Hey friend, welcome to my channel. My name is Jordan if you're new here, and I'm a stay-at-home mama of 3 boys who are 5 and under. Today I wanted to show you kind of what I did to organize my space using just Dollar Tree items / what I already had. I really enjoy having a nice aesthetic in my home, but the reality is that you can't always have the budget for a nice aesthetic. So Dollar Tree it was this weekend. I needed something quick, something budget friendly, and besides, most of the containers that I needed were going to be hidden anyways. During my running errands day, which has been really restful by the way, I did spend $33. Some of that was going towards like laundry things, but for the most part, I think I did a pretty good job. I'm going to try to organize as much as I can to get it ready for the week, and I'll take you along with me. This was filmed the next day, so I'm just kind of showing you what our space looks like. So on the left is this dresser that I could use some homeschool stuff, but I don't really like to because it's too far away. I don't want to have to walk from the table to the dresser. So I typically just like to use just this cabinet, and there's a lot of stuff at the top, so I want to declutter that with the baskets and things that I got. All of the things at the top here are things that I need to be able to access very quickly. We do have 2 cabinets, but I had to use this one for kitchen things because this space is a lot smaller. And this shelf down below is just library books and art books. I wanted to create this video to just kind of bring some inspiration to you if you're feeling a little bit lost or frustrated with your space, or maybe you just need a new refresh. Sometimes just getting a different kind of look is helpful to get going with homeschooling. You may have more resources than I do, or maybe less, but hopefully this brings some inspiration either way. Before beginning organizing, I love to create a clean space just so that the chaos of bringing out all of the junk and stuff out, it does bring a sense of order if the surrounding environment is at least clean. Step number 2 was getting out all of the containers that I got from the Dollar Tree just to make the whole process easier of getting access to the containers throughout the process. I wanted to show you the Dollar Tree haul that I got, so I went ahead and picked up these little bins that can go inside of the larger ones just to kind of keep it divided. I did get a map because our previous one got ripped off by my 1-year-old, which I don't know if you knew that they had maps at the Dollar Tree, but they do, and they're pretty good quality. I also picked up this little whiteboard dry erase line thing. Words are really hard at the end of the day, especially hard days. So anyways, these little cup things I picked up 2 little cup things. Gosh, I need better descriptions for these. I also got some smaller clear bins. I like to stick to things that are clear so that I can see what is inside of them, especially if it's in an enclosed cabinet where it doesn't look cluttered if it's in a clear bin. If you are leaving it out on a shelf, I definitely recommend bins that are not clear just because it will look a little bit more cluttered. Things like baskets are a lot better for things that are on shelves that you can see. Or something like this from the Dollar Tree. These were $3 for a pack of 2 each, so this was $6 together. But they are really good for both exposed and enclosed shelving. So if they're exposed, you can still see what's inside of it, but it doesn't look super cluttered when they're over there. So kind of like this basket, you can't see what's inside of it. We use cabinets because I have little ones, a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. My 5-year-old would not get into this. He's pretty obedient for the most part, but my 3-year-old definitely cannot be trusted, and my 1-year-old definitely a no. Prior to my organizing, these top 2 shelves were the ones that I used for homeschooling, and then the bottom 3 were used for toys. As much as I wanted to organize these toys shelves because they look honestly kind of the worst, I could not because I needed to maximize the time that I had. I would not recommend, if you know that you're only going to have a little bit of time, only pull out what you feel like you can handle instead of pulling everything out, and then you're more stressed because you didn't get what you wanted done, and then you're snapping at people. And yes, you guessed it, I did this. So yeah, that's why I'm telling you to avoid that. Here is everything laid out on the table and ready to be organized or thrown away. Don't get mad at everyone in the process of this. It's not worth it. I just got mad at my husband because I'm super stressed out that I have all this stuff I have to do, and when the mess is out here like this, it can be a little overwhelming. Take some deep breaths and try not to get worked up about it. Today, I am actually skipping church to get some of this started. I'm not going to be legalistic about going to church today. I'm just really shouldn't ever be legalistic about going to church. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, let's get back to it. Another little tip. I was getting really frustrated and overwhelmed as I was going through things because I would pick something up and I'd be like, crap, I don't know what to do with this. And then I would get frustrated and I'd be scrambling, but I'm really needing to focus on one particular bin and I'm not focused on where I need to be. So what I did was I stopped. First of all, I stopped and I prayed, Holy Spirit, you are an organized God. If you need organization help, ask the Holy Spirit, like really, truly, and he will answer. He will give you ideas. He will help. Like, tuning into the Lord during hard things is so important. But anyways, so I stopped, I prayed, Lord, I really need your help. And immediately I had this idea of like, okay, I can start a bin of an I don't know what to do with this, so that when I'm going through, I just throw it in there. And this usually is stuff that's not really important anyway, so we can go through this later and figure out, do I need to get rid of this? Is this really that important? Just a little tip. I don't know if you're like me, but I tend to collect things over time, sometimes little nature things, thinking I will do an activity with the kids, and then I end up accumulating just little activities that I never end up doing because there's just too many of them. These are like little shapes that I found, but I never ended up doing anything with them, so I'm just gonna put them in the backyard for the kids to play with, and maybe they will naturally just look at the shapes. I ended up having way too many containers. I did not need as many containers as I bought, but that's okay because I ended up using them in other places in the apartment. But it was still nice to have a lot to choose from. Still recommend going through your stuff to see what you already have, because chances are you'll throw away some things too and free up some more space. These two jars will stay here. It was better than the larger spinny one that we had. This is the end result. The top shelf is full of stuff for my son on the left in that bin, and then my stuff on the right in that top bin. And this is the rest of it. I don't feel like I filmed this very well, so I'm sorry about this, but this is how it ended up working out. The bottom two shelves ended up being toys, and then I kept the top 3 shelves for homeschool. There's printer paper stuff in that bin that I'm pointing at down below. The top looks a lot better, way less cluttered. The bin that I'm reaching for right here is the stuff that I need to be able to get to really quickly, so it's just in this little basket. The basket was shallow enough to where I could just reach my hand in there and grab the stickers and grab the scissors very quickly throughout the time that I'm homeschooling without having to open up the cabinet and making my 1-year-old freak out because he thinks he's gonna get toys. So that is the purpose of having the adult supplies up at the top there. Overall, I'm super happy with everything that I did with the stuff from the Dollar Tree. In reality, I probably only used maybe like $10 or $15 worth of containers and stuff from the Dollar Tree. I don't know what happened with my phone or if I just didn't push record, but it seems like I'm missing a lot of footage in this video, but I have to use what I'm working with because you only have a certain amount of time as a stay-at-home mom, and this is what I have. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you got enough information from it, or maybe just a laugh or inspiration, something. If you enjoyed this video, please click that like and subscribe button. The like button will help me out with the algorithm to reach more people, and click that subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one.